Dennis is 61. He spent 35 years at the same company, always believing his loyal work would guarantee a safe retirement. Linda is 48 and making more money than she ever dreamed of, yet she constantly feels like she is falling behind. At 34, Tyler feels secure because he checked the box for his retirement plan and has good benefits. Meanwhile, 26-year-old Priya just started her first real job, staring at an employee onboarding email full of confusing terms she does not understand. 4 different people, 4 different stages of a career, and every single one of them made the exact same mistake. Not a similar one, the exact same one, just at a different salary level. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which version you are in right now. This is not a story about being irresponsible. These are not people who blow their money on flashy things. In fact, most of them are simply doing what they were always told to do. Show up, work hard, and let the company handle the rest. The mistake they all share is not a spending decision. It is a thinking decision. It is a quiet assumption that almost every employee absorbs the very moment they sign their job offer letter. My employer is building my future with me. Let us go through each of these stories one by one, because once you see this hidden trap in someone else's career, you will immediately find it in your own. Dennis belongs to a generation that was handed a very specific deal. The rule was simple. Stay with a company long enough, work hard, and they will take care of you for the rest of your life. That deal promised a steady pension, good health care, and a gold watch at the end of the line. For a long time, that promise was completely real. Because Dennis trusted the deal, he never built anything outside of it. He did not open a separate investment account. He did not look for extra ways to make money, and he did not buy anything that did not have his company's name stamped on it. He thought he was doing everything right by putting all of his eggs in one basket. Then, when Dennis turned 58, everything changed. The company faced tough times and decided to restructure. They changed the rules of the game. Suddenly, the steady pension he worked 35 years for was much smaller than the colorful brochures had implied. The medical benefits he counted on began to shrink. The real trap here is easy to miss. It was not just the fact that Dennis trusted his employer that cost him his peace of mind. The true mistake was that he outsourced his entire financial future to an organization whose goals were not the same as his own. A company's main job is to survive and make a profit, not to protect an employee's retirement. By letting someone else hold the keys to his future, Dennis learned the hard way that when a business needs to save money, loyalty is the very first thing they cut. Linda did everything right, according to the updated playbook. She did not just stay in one place waiting for things to happen. She negotiated her salary, earned major promotions, and steadily climbed the corporate ladder. But a strange thing happened along the way. Every single time she got a raise, a new expense appeared that felt completely normal for her new position. A bigger salary meant a bigger mortgage for a nicer house. It meant a better car in the driveway and paying for private school tuition. Linda was not being reckless with her money, and she was not throwing it away on wild parties or useless gadgets. She was simply scaling her life to match her success. The real problem is her wealth gap. This gap is the actual distance between how much money she earns and how much money she actually gets to keep. Even though her paycheck grew significantly over the years, that distance never actually changed. Today, at 48 years old, her salary looks incredibly impressive on paper. However, the money she actually has saved and invested for the future does not match that big number at all. If she stopped working tomorrow, her impressive lifestyle would disappear almost immediately because she has very little real wealth backing it up. This is the raise illusion, and it is a dangerous trap. Linda confused growing her income with building true wealth. The truth is, those two things are not the same number. Income is the amount of money flowing into your hands today, but wealth is the amount of money you hold on to that works for you tomorrow. By spending more just because she made more, Linda kept herself on a faster treadmill, running harder and harder, but never actually moving forward. Tyler is the type of person who likes to get things done. When he started his job, he ticked the box right away. He enrolled in the company retirement plan, picked a basic investment fund, and mentally filed the whole situation under the category of handled. He felt a sense of relief, knowing he had done what adults are supposed to do. The problem is, Tyler never went back to look at that box again. He never increased the amount of money he contributed after that very first year, even though he received several raises. He never read the boring paperwork to see what kind of hidden fees were eating away at his savings, and he never stopped to ask if the default fund he was placed in actually matched his personal timeline for the future. The financial system around Tyler was built to do a specific job. It was designed to make the act of enrolling feel exactly like completion. It made him feel safe, as if joining the plan was the final step instead of just the first one. But it was not enough. This is the checkbox trap. The big mistake here is treating basic financial participation as if it were a real financial strategy. Just showing up and signing your name on a form is not the same thing as actually being in the game. By setting his plan on autopilot and walking away, Tyler fell asleep at the wheel. He assumed the system would automatically steer him to a comfortable future. But without regular attention and updates, that checkbox is just a false sense of security. Priya knows all the right words. She watches videos about money during her lunch break and follows 3 popular finance creators. If you ask her, she can easily explain what dollar cost averaging means, and she knows exactly why a Roth IRA is a smart choice for the future. On paper, she looks like she completely understands the financial world. But there is a big catch. Even though Priya has all this useful knowledge in her head, she has never actually logged into her company's employee benefits portal to sign up for her own account. This is what I call the fluency gap. It is a tricky trap where knowing a lot about money starts to feel exactly like you are actually doing something with your money. Priya fell into this trap without even realizing it. Because she could talk about investing so easily with her friends, her brain tricked her into believing she was already on the right track. She felt safe and successful just by being part of the conversation. The real problem appeared whenever she thought about taking action. Every time Priya looked at the actual login screen for her benefits, she felt completely overwhelmed. The website looked confusing, and she was terrified of picking the wrong option and losing her hard-earned cash. It was much easier to just close the tab and go back to watching helpful videos. This is like spending months studying a map of a beautiful city, but never actually leaving your own house to visit it. Financial literacy is great, but it does not do anything for you without financial activation. Knowing the steps to build wealth is only the first part of the journey. To actually change your future, you have to take a deep breath, log in, and make your very first real choice. When you look closely at these 4 people, you can start to see a clear pattern form. Each person represents a different stage of a career, but they are all making variations of the exact same mistake. Dennis trusted the system to take care of him completely, believing that working hard for a long time was enough. Linda made a lot of money, but spent it just as fast, failing to get ahead of her lifestyle. Tyler noticed the financial rules but thought that just knowing they existed was enough to secure his future. And Priya studied every detail but froze up when it was time to actually make a real move. Even though they look very different on the surface, they are all stuck in the very same trap. They are treating a regular job as a complete strategy to build wealth. In reality, a job is just a source of cash flow. It is the steady money coming in, but it is not the actual wealth itself. A job is just the raw material, and you have to deliberately build something strong around it. This same financial trap just wears a different costume depending on how old you are or how much money you make. It hides behind Dennis's loyalty, Linda's high salary, Tyler's casual attitude, and Priya's online research. No matter which stage of life you are currently in, the lesson remains exactly the same. You cannot rely on an employer to create your financial freedom for you. You have to take control of the cash coming in and actively turn it into something that lasts. The employees who finally broke free and became financially secure were not always the people who made the most money. Instead, they were the ones who looked at their monthly salary as a simple starting point rather than the final destination. They did not just sit back and let their company handle everything. Instead, they built a second system that ran right alongside their daily job. They opened up their own personal accounts, picked out their own investments, and figured out a specific goal number they were working toward. This target had absolutely nothing to do with the basic plans that the human resources department set up for them. The most surprising part of this journey is that the hardest step is not learning how the math works or figuring out where to put the money. The truly difficult part is changing how you think about yourself. It requires a massive shift in your identity. You have to stop telling yourself, "I am just an employee working hard to build a career." Instead, you have to start thinking, "I am an individual actively building my own wealth, and I just happen to have a job right now." Once you make this mental switch, everything else starts to change. You stop waiting for a boss to give you a raise to fix your life, and you stop worrying so much about company benefits. You realize that your job is just a helpful tool that provides the cash you need to fund your real goals. By taking full responsibility for your financial future, you stop being a passive passenger and finally get into the driver's seat. To fix these problems, each person needs a specific and realistic plan to move forward. For Dennis, it is absolutely not too late to take the value he has built up and put it to work. His very next step should be having just one serious conversation with a fee-only advisor. This is a financial expert who charges a flat rate instead of earning money from sales commissions, so Dennis can trust the advice is honest. By learning how to restructure the money and assets he already owns, he can completely change the way the next 20 years of his life look. Linda needs one simple rule to stop her spending from growing as fast as her income. Every single time she gets a raise at work, she must split that extra money right down the middle. Half of the new money can go toward enjoying her life, but the other half must go directly into an investment account before it ever touches her everyday bank account. This automated habit will protect her from her own bad spending patterns without making her feel trapped. Tyler does not need to read a whole library of books to fix his situation. His entire strategy can be done in just a few minutes this week. All he needs to do is log into his company 401k account, increase his contribution amount by just 2%, and read the expense ratios on his funds. These ratios are simply the annual fees that investment funds charge, and picking funds with low fees is the whole move to save his future. Finally, Priya just needs to take a deep breath and open up her employee benefits portal. She does not need to make 1,000 perfect choices right away. She just needs to make one single, intentional choice today. The wide gap between knowing information and actually doing the work is the only thing standing between Priya and a massive 30-year head start on building real wealth. There is a universal rule that applies to every single person in the workforce. Your employer can give you an income, but only you can build your wealth. A regular job is a very helpful tool, but it was never actually designed to make you financially free. Instead, it was designed to make you just stable enough to keep showing up to work every day. The people who figure this out early in life are able to build something strong right alongside their career. The people who figure it out late have to work much harder to catch up. Sadly, the people who never figure it out at all spend their entire lives waiting for a company to finally take care of them. So, which version of these people are you right now? Are you like Dennis, letting quiet loyalty cost you your future? Are you like Linda, earning a high income that never actually turns into real wealth? Are you like Tyler, mistaking simple participation for a real, working financial plan? Or are you like Priya, holding on to a lot of great knowledge that you have not turned into real action yet? Take a moment to drop your answer in the comments below. This is not a place for anyone to judge you. Naming the exact version you are currently in is the very first real move toward breaking out of the trap. Also, if someone in your life is still waiting for their employer to sort out their future, please send this to them today. Deep down, they probably already know that something feels wrong, and this might be exactly what they need to hear to finally make a change. Hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one.